Before I begin this video, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support, the nice gestures, comments, and the amount of subscribers I've gained on this second channel that I have. I genuinely don't deserve it for real, but I appreciate y'all so much from the bottom of my heart. Besides all that, though, today's topic I will be discussing is modern gaming, and I'm not even gonna lie, I'm low key bored, bro. Like, I would be lying if I didn't say I enjoyed some games that came out in the past few years. There's definitely been some hits, like Elden Ring, Red Dead Redemption 2, Expedition 33, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 1, the list goes on. But overall, it feels like after 2016, maybe 2018, gaming kind of just lost something. And I know I'm not the only one who feels like this. Now, before anyone starts saying, oh, it's just nostalgia or you're getting older, hear me out for a second. Because, yeah, nostalgia is real and it could be the reason, but this isn't just that. Back then, gaming felt different. It felt alive. You hop on with your friends after school or late at night, not even caring what game you were playing. It could have been the most random game ever, but somehow it was fun. Now I have like a whole library of games. Like on Steam, I got like 300 games, and then on my PlayStation, I have like 500, and then my Xbox, I got another 200 plus. And I still sit here thinking, like, what do I even play? And I think one of the biggest reasons for that is creativity. Modern gaming feels safe. Either everything is a sequel, a remake, or some copy of something that's already worked. And don't get me wrong, sequels aren't bad, but when that's all we're getting, it starts to feel like a little repetitive. Back then, I remember when developers were taking risk, you get weird, like unique experimental games that might have not been perfect, but they were memorable, like Toy Story 3 game or the Spider-Man 1 and 2 games, the Sam Raimi games, the Amazing Spider-Man games, the Punisher game, the Deadpool game. Like there was just so many weird games that just felt so real, I guess. Now it feels like companies are just like too focused on what will make the most money instead of what will actually be fun. And that leads into another issue, which is microtransactions. And I already know how y'all felt when I said that. It feels like every game nowadays is designed around getting more money out of you after you already paid for the game. That could be battle passes, skins, bundles, limited time items. The fear of missing out hits everywhere. And it's not even optional stuff anymore. Sometimes it feels like the actual progression of the game is slowed down on purpose just to push you into spending money. Just like Skate 4, you literally have to pay money to get on the new island, which is ridiculous. Like, what happened to unlocking things by just playing the game? Grinding used to feel so rewarding. Now it feels like a chore. Another thing that also just killed the vibe for me is how competitive everything became. Like, don't get me wrong, competition is fun, but not every single game needs to feel like I'm in a tournament. Sometimes I just want to chill, laugh, mess around, get high, have a couple brewskis with the boys. But now, even casual lobbies feel sweaty. Skill based matchmaking, rank systems, metas. It's like you can't even escape it. And if you're not keeping up with the meta, you're cooked. And speaking of metas, that's another thing. Everybody plays the same exact way now. Same loadouts, same strategies, same builds. Back then, people actually experimented. You'd see the most random playstyles, and they somehow would work. You could run a shotgun only, and you could be at the top of the lobby. You used to be able just to run rocket launchers and just make everybody want to install the game. Now, the internet figures out the best way to play within like 48 hours, and everyone just copies it. It kind of removes individuality from gaming. Also, can we talk about like unfinished games? Because this one really bothers me, especially that Spider-Man game that was supposed to come out that was multiplayer. It feels like games also, when they're released, they're also just half done. Like Jedi Survivor on launch day, bugs everywhere, missing content, day one patches. They are basically the rest of the game, and we're just expected to accept it. Like, imagine buying a game back in the day and it just didn't work properly. That would have been insane. Now it's so normal. Don't worry, they'll fix it later. But why wasn't it finished to begin with? Is it because of the deadlines? Is it because of Unreal Engine 5? Is it because of AI? Like what is the issue? And I think a big part of all this comes down to how the industry has changed for gaming. Gaming used to feel like it was made by people who loved games. Now it feels like it's run by corporations that see it as just another business, which, yeah, it is a business. But when profit becomes the only focus, the passion starts to disappear. EA. And you could feel that as a player. But I don't want to sit here and act like all modern gaming is bad because it's not. There are still amazing games being made. There are still developers out there putting their heart into what they create. And when those games drop, you can feel it immediately. That feeling of this is what gaming is supposed to be, it just feels rare now. And maybe part of the problem isn't just games. Maybe it's us as players too. We've played so many games at this point that it's harder to feel the same excitement. The wow factor doesn't hit the same when you've seen so much already. But at the same time, I still think modern gaming could be better. A lot better. I think what's missing the most is soul. That feeling that a game actually cares about being fun, not just addictive, not just profitable, but genuinely fun. Because there's a difference. A game can keep you playing without actually being enjoyable. And I feel like that happens a lot now. Another thing I miss is like the social aspect. Most of these kids nowadays don't understand that gaming used to feel like a place where you would make memories with people. Now it feels so isolated. Party chats replace game chat on the Xbox 360. I remember vividly switching to the PS3 and it was straight up just game chat only on COD lobbies. And lobbies in general just don't stay together. You don't really meet people random the same way anymore. Some of the best memories came from just talking randoms and running it back after a game. People are so like introverted now and scared to talk into the mic and it just disappeared. And I think that's why a lot of older games still feel better, not just because of just nostalgia, but because of the experience that were tied to them, the moments, the laughs, the late nights, and honestly, online friends. Modern games don't create those moments as often anymore. Or maybe they do, but not really in the same way. So, where does gaming go from here? Honestly, I don't think it's doomed. I think it just needs a shift. Less focus on squeezing every dollar out of players, more focus on making games people actually love, more risks, more creativity, more passion. Because when that happens, people will notice. And those games succeed anyway. At the end of the day, I still love gaming. I just miss how it used to feel. That excitement, that simplicity, that genuine fun. And maybe we won't ever fully get that back. But I hope we get closer to it again. But yeah, that's just how I feel. Let me know what y'all think. Do you think modern gaming fell off, or do you think it's actually better now? Also, I want to go over some solutions to modern gaming in general. I started playing indie games more often, and if you don't know what indie games are, it's just developers that are just not well known. I always check out games now that people don't really talk about. And I found out a love for roguelike games like Slay the Spire 2, Mega Bonk, Gloompunk's Demo, Balatro or Balatro, however you pronounce it. I love roguelike games now. They are absolutely fun. And then some racing games too, like Forza Horizon, Gran Turismo 7, Assetto Corsa. There's a bunch of other games that I found in different types of genres that I loved, especially horror. On my other channel, which is my first channel, I go into more of indie horror games, indie FNAF creators, because Five Nights at Freddy's is pretty fun, in my opinion. I like the lore a lot. And just different games in general. Like, there's creators like Rail, Jordan CL, Mob Entertainment, Scott Cawthon with the FNAF games, and then the FNAF fan games that come with it. There's also a creator in the FNAF fan game franchise, Nixon. He's making a new Joy of the Creation game, and it's going to be absolutely fire because in his last game, he made one of the greatest FNAF games of all time, or fan games of all time. So I don't think gaming is necessarily dead. You could also just explore different genres, find what you like, And I like pretty much all types of genres. The only one I'm not really used to yet is like MMOs, like, the League of Legends, Dota 2, Warhammer. But I hope one day I can get used to it because I don't know. I think exploring different genres found a way to make gaming more fun. But it also, you just got to remember why you gamed in the first place. And it's just to waste time. It's about time going faster. It's about, no matter how bored you are, there's always a game to pick up again. Yeah. But no matter what, I feel kind of lost with gaming, especially nowadays. The new CODs don't hit the same, the new Battlefields don't hit the same. From Software is amazing. I just hate how the new game's going to be specifically on a Nintendo Switch too. But yeah, that's basically all that's in my brain noggin right now. So if y'all relate or feel the same way, comment down below. And if you have any game suggestions, honestly, shoot them at your boy because I'm a little uncultured, but I would love to play some old classics again. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace, love, positivity, all that goody good stuff. I'm signing off. Adios.